In this week's episode of Food Rants, me and Elliot are ranting about which sandwich behemoth is better, grilled cheese or peanut butter and jelly. And if you like BLTs, click off this video. First of all, grilled cheese sandwiches are just so much more versatile than peanut butter and jelly sandwiches are. It's because if you're making a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, sure, you can choose whether the peanut butter is chunky or creamy, and whether you're gonna have grape or strawberry jam, because those are really the only two jams you can have with a peanut butter sandwich and have it still be good. But with a grilled cheese sandwich, there's so much variety. What bread are you gonna use? What cheese are you gonna use? Are you gonna butter the toast? Are you gonna put honey on the toast? Are you gonna grill it? Are you gonna put it in the microwave? Are you gonna put it in the toaster oven? Like, there's so many possibilities, so many unique ways to do a grilled cheese. Just the question, what cheese are you gonna use, has so many different options. For example, Parmesan, cheddar. What kind of cheddar do you want? Sharp cheddar, mild cheddar, medium cheddar? Do you want Gruyere? Do you want provolone? So many choices.
You also have to consider what peanut butter and jelly brings to the table. In terms of its versatility, while peanut butter and jellies may not be the craziest gourmet dish you've ever seen, its simplicity is what makes it special. If you have a grilled cheese and it's your first time trying a grilled cheese, you may not like the cheese that's currently on it, and you'll have to switch through a whole bunch of different cheeses. Or you may not like the way it's cooked. You may not like the microwave. You may not like the stove. You may not like the toaster. And there's so many different variables that you have to consider before you can find your grilled cheese. But with peanut butter and jelly, it's very simple. The peanut butter world is really a monopoly. This monopoly being Skippy and Jif, those two. And we all know creamy peanut butter is better than crunchy, but that's a debate for another time. Peanut butter is plain and simple. You take your favorite peanut butter, whether it be Peter Pan, Skippy, Jif, or some other third party, and you spread it onto the first slice of bread. You take your jelly. I really haven't seen anyone else use any other jelly except Smucker's. You put that bad boy on, take those two pieces of bread, smack them together, cut them whatever way you want it, and you enjoy. The simplicity of peanut butter and jelly is what makes it so good.
If you want to make a peanut butter and jelly sandwich and just be a loser and be done with your life, okay, fine. But if you actually want to have a good lunch, a good meal, a filling meal that's good for you, then pick a grilled cheese sandwich. It has butter in controlled amounts. Butter is actually very good for you. It contains good fats, right? Overall, cheese has a lot of protein in it, but it also has a lot of calories, you might say. Those calories are going to be more filling than a peanut butter and jelly sandwich ever would. When I was at school in 4th grade, when I sat down at the lunch table and I eat my peanut butter and jelly sandwich, am I gonna feel contented afterwards? No, absolutely not. But if I had packed a grilled cheese and it was nice and hot, it would be like tasting Zeus's ball.
And since you want to go the nutrient route, peanut butter also has a very adequate amount of protein in it. Of course, it's nothing too crazy because it's a spread, but it's got peanuts and butter. What more could a man want?
How about some actual nutrition? In just 2 tablespoons of this stuff, which is not a lot, trust me, you're gonna be getting 190, 200 calories. Like, that is so many calories. And the peanut butters that Elliot's using and that millions upon millions of Americans are using are so bad for you. I know I'm attacking it, but I do eat peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. When I do, I use peanut butter that doesn't have sugar in it. That's not gonna make me feel like I wanna kill myself afterwards. At least I'm not gonna get diabetes from eating something that's healthy.
Most Americans aren't regularly looking at the nutrition label and going, They're not thinking about what they're buying. Think about this. McDonald's made $25.49 billion in 2023. 1 year, $20+ billion. If people really knew how McDonald's was being made, McDonald's would probably make a significantly less amount of money than they are now. Again, some Americans say food is food. If the food is good and it's not instantly killing you, they don't care about what they're putting into their body. So no American cares about the nutrients that are being packed in there. They care about the practicality, the product, the brand, and the taste. And the price. Those 5 things.
Okay, how is that helping your case? All you're saying that they have shinier marketing and they're more addicting than grilled cheese. When in actuality, grilled cheese does taste a lot better than...
I'm gonna interrupt you now. My turn to interrupt. I'm saying that your point is null and void because no one cares. That's the thing. You can bring up all of the points that you want. Look at me, in my eyes. On a regular basis, do you care about what you put in your body?
Yes.
No. Hugh's point on nutrition is null and void.
So, did anyone care when slaves were being held? A very few amount of abolitionists that were shunned publicly. But generally, no. Slavery was a very widespread, accepted thing. So, if everybody was fine with it, and they weren't questioning it, then there's no problem with it, right? Well, of course not, Elliot. Why would you ever say something like that? Just because something isn't being talked about in the general public does not mean it doesn't matter. What I'm saying is, like, your point is even worse than mine. Like, I thought I had some bad points. You take the grilled cheese that tastes way better than peanut butter and jelly sandwich on this one. Speaking of, a regular peanut butter and jelly sandwich tastes like crap compared to a grilled cheese. Do you want the perfect blend of savory and sweet and crunchy?
Then go to peanut butter and jelly.
No, peanut butter and jelly sandwiches are made for people with like dentures or whatever who can't eat them. You need to have actual teeth to eat grilled cheese.
In the past month, I've eaten, at the time of recording this, it is April 23rd. For this month, I have eaten 18 peanut butter and jelly sandwiches, and I've loved all of them. Peanut butter and jelly is much more loved by the American people than grilled cheese.
Why don't I just combine the cheese of a grilled cheese with the peanut butter of a peanut butter and jelly sandwich?
Because it tastes nasty. Don't you ever mention peanut butter's name in the same sentence as a grilled cheese ever again. And don't you dare mention even merging the two, you heathen and Philistine.
You're just a segregationist who wants to keep the peanut butter and the cheese separate. That's all you want.
Well, that has been this episode of That's Debatable. And drop down in the comments who you think won. Hope you enjoyed this episode of Peanut Butter and Jelly versus Grilled Cheese. And we will see you on the next debate.